That's probably the top thing that I've done to motivate, to start my motivation. It's just, what's good, you guys? It's your boy ShaNoBe, the one and only. And today, I want to have a heart to heart. You feel me? I really want to have a heart to heart. I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of people want to know the answers to. And that is the lack of motivation to start. Whether that's a project, whether that's some goals that you set, whether that's an event, whatever it might be, the lack of motivation to start is, I feel like it's a real confidence killer. It's a real problem, especially when it comes to young adults, young teens, people around my age, people that do what I do or whatever it might be. I really do feel like that is one of the top things that people like us struggle with, is just getting started. Sometimes just that first step be too much and you get caught in your own head. That first step be, sometimes it be the biggest step that you will ever take. Sometimes that first step be overwhelming, honestly. Yeah, I can tell you the cliche thing, yeah, just go do it, just, you feel me, get up and do it, just go, you feel me? But I really feel like it's a deeper problem. I feel like it's a deeper issue that we not addressing. Yeah, I feel like it's really within ourselves. I feel like it's a deeper issue that we not addressing with ourselves. But today I want to talk about different perspectives on motivation, that I really do feel like it can help you, it can benefit you, and it can take you, it can get you started, it can get you to that next level, it can get you started on that journey that you always wanted to start. I feel like it's going to take mindfulness, self-awareness, and it's going to take spiritual. I feel like it's spiritual too. I feel like it's something that's within you. I feel like it's your soul. It's how you view your soul, honestly. But I feel like understanding the root cause can really benefit you, can really benefit on how you perceive motivation, honestly. I feel like often the lack of motivation starts within. The lack of motivation starts within. And I feel like it's, honestly, it might be it might be your spirit telling you that something wrong. Something internally is wrong. Something internally is not on the same level as your mindset, or is not on the same level that you want to be or you want to get to. Whether that be fear, whether that be anxiety, whether that be depression, hurt, whether that be any of those things, but it is an issue that I feel like you need to address. I feel like that's the issue that you need to start with. You need to start looking and seeing, am I scared to fail? Am I anxious about the future? Am I, you feel me? Am I still hurt from the past? Those are the key reflections that's going to get you to understand why you not motivated. So starting with the why am I not motivated? That'll be the starting point of you getting motivated. What I have done in the past and what I continue to do is I take like 5 minutes out of my day for real. I sit down and I just be quiet and I just actually ask myself, what's wrong? You feel me? How do you feel right now? What's making you have lack of motivation? Is it the lack of hunger? Is it the lack of support? Like, what is it? Just sit down 5 minutes with yourself and just ask yourself simple questions. Sometimes just bringing it up will get to the root issue, will get to the root cause of your lack of motivation. Because how you gonna know why you're not doing something if you're not aware of it, if you're not trying to understand it? So just do that. Sit down with yourself for just 5 minutes. Put a 5-minute time on your phone for 5 minutes and just sit down and ask yourself simple questions on what are you afraid of, and how you feel about it. Another reason that we struggle, I feel like we struggle, is because we're not connected. We're not in tune with our higher purpose, our higher way of thinking, our higher self. I don't feel like we in tune all the way. I don't feel like we connected to our spirit self or our spirit guide, whatever, however you want to associate, however you think about it. I say honestly, find your why. If you're not in tune to your higher self and your higher spirit, you're not in tune to the spirit realm, why you even doing this, or your higher purpose, or why you doing it, then it's not going to come into fruition, regardless of what you do. Spiritually, everything that we do should align with our purpose, like our soul's calling. Like, you feel me? Like, what drives you to wake up in the morning, to what drives you to be, what drives you to live. I feel like everything we do should align with that. If you feel like your goals don't align, the motivation will never be. The motivation will always be dim if it's not aligned with your purpose. If it's not aligned with how you view the world, it won't never be what it's supposed to be. I feel like in that sense, you should start journaling. You should journal what satisfies your heart, what satisfies your soul, what makes you hungry, what brings joy to your life, what brings fulfillment to your life. How does this next step align with my beliefs, my acceptance? Because whatever your mind accept, whatever your mind think is okay, whatever your mind is gonna automatically bring it into fruition, regardless if you trying or not. We always, what I've learned, we always praying, regardless. That's praying on our uplifting our prayers, you feel me, uplifting prayers, or praying on our own downfall. So whatever your subconscious think, that's what it's gonna be. When you align with your purpose, honestly, motivation just gonna come naturally. It's just naturally gonna flow. It's just naturally gonna come out without you even trying, without you having to think about it. It's just naturally gonna be what it's gonna be. What it's gonna like I said, it's gonna come to fruition. Everything gonna come together. We too focused on the future, and I get caught up into this as well. Like, I be thinking like, dang, am I gonna fail? Am I gonna succeed? Is my future lining up to what it's supposed to be? Am I doing what I said I was gonna do? Like, I get too caught up in the future, in the past, like my old mistakes. Am I gonna make the same mistakes again? Am I gonna mess it all up? Like, I get too caught up in the future and the past, and I'm not present. So I say, honestly, focus on your presence. Focus on you being present in the moment, present in the state of being, present in the now. So you won't have so much anxiety. So you won't have so much. You won't be so worried about you messing up. Like, the beauty in life is that you can mess up and still succeed. The beauty in life is that you can always overcome anything that you put your mind to. So you worried about the past, you worried about the future. Yes, you know what I'm saying, things might not be going your way and it's going to affect you, but try to stay in the present. Try to stay in the present moment at all times. And I feel like a good way to do that is to try to have little small goals, little small actions, little small ways of thinking, so you're not so far ahead. So you feel me, you still ahead, but you not am I gonna do it? You feel me? You're not even thinking like, well, you shouldn't even think am I. You should think, what's the next step? What's the next process? What's the next thought process? What's the next the small little steps. Take small baby steps. Take little steps instead of thinking too far ahead. Yes, you have a goal, but think of all the little steps on how you're gonna achieve that goal. Have the goal, kind of forget about the goal. Have the little steps, have the baby steps that's leading up to that goal, and then everything will just come naturally. Your confidence and the motivation will just come naturally. And if you can't conjure up those next steps, like I said before, sit with yourself, do a little meditation, do a little mindful thought process. Just sit with yourself, and it'll come naturally. It'll come naturally to you. Your mind will automatically, once you start worrying about the big step, and you start just focus on, okay, what's the next step I do? It'll automatically come naturally. It'll automatically come to you. You won't have to do too much. Your spirit will naturally bring it out of you. Another thing, I feel like the reason that we hesitate is because we trying to be perfect. We trying to be a perfect being. We trying to be like that perfect being, that perfect light, that is not real. That is not real, and that's not how you supposed to live. That's not how anything is made. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect in this life, including you. And have grace on yourself. Have grace on your being, that it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay it's okay to mess up. It's okay to fall. As long as you're not staying in that low state, it's okay to fall. It's okay. Like, giving yourself grace is, I feel like that was one of the biggest tools that I had to learn. That was one of the biggest tools that I learned, is giving myself grace. Giving myself, like, if I didn't get it today, I'm finna try my hardest tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'm finna, like, just giving yourself grace and staying with it. It's a world changer. It's honestly a world changer. So understanding that you're not perfect, nothing in life is perfect, will help you. It will ease your mind on you having the motivation to start whatever you trying to do. It'll ease your mind on having the motivation to start. Oh, okay, I might not know everything, but I'm gonna still try. I'm gonna still put at least one step. They go back to the last one, taking that first little step, the little step. Taking that first little step will push you, and it'll just snowball after that. Your flaws is beauty too. Like, dang, this man, he done messed up. Everything wasn't going his way, and he still made it happen. Like, it'll help. It'll make your story, once you do your documentary or whatever, it'll make that 10 times better. Like, how you overcame. So you not being perfect, it's just to build character. It's just to build your story up. Honestly, that's what I feel like. Another thing is creating a space where you feel comfortable to start your motivation. So whether that's cleaning a little area and being like, I'm dedicating this spot just for whatever task I want to do, whatever project I have going, whatever goal I want to pursue. If you can just dedicate a spot, a little space, a little time, even if it's just time, okay, I'm gonna take every day. I'm gonna just take this time to understand what I'm trying to do, to understand the craft, or the process of where I'm trying to go. Gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual practices that can affect your motivation. It can really change on how motivated you are. Just having gratitude. When you have gratitude, you change your energy from lack of to abundance. You change your energy from not having to how am I gonna get it. You changing your energy from I don't have it to, okay, how am I gonna get it? Just by gratitude alone. Before you start a task, give yourself gratitude. Be thankful that you can even start this journey. Be thankful that you are about to start a journey. Give yourself gratitude on that level. And I used to say, this is something I used to say. I'll be like, I'm thankful that I can start something new. I can learn something new. I can embrace something new. This is a new journey. This is a new me. This is a new light. This is another spectrum of my light. Saying that, it really did shift my energy. It really did change my perspective on what I was finna start, what I was finna do. Another thing that really, I got hot. I had to turn that air on. It's the middle of freaking, it's the beginning of November, and it's still hot in Texas. But anyway, another thing is your breath. You breathing properly, and I might do a whole video on this, but you breathing properly, and you breathing can bring more energy, can bring more life to your brain. You know that can bring more energy to your brain, can bring more oxygen to your brain, which oxygen is just a form of energy. It'll reduce the stress. It will reduce the worry of you just breathing from, when you breathing from your diaphragm. So the thing that I do, and I do this often, the thing that I do, I take 4 seconds in. You feel me? I inhale for 4 seconds. I hold it for 4 seconds. I release it for 4 seconds. And I do that a couple times, and like the pressure just relieve, like the stress that you have on your brain, the pressure that you have on yourself, your muscles relax. You just, it'll help you flow. It'll help you be more in tune with what you want to do, with what's your goals and what's the next step. It really just relieve you overall. Like honestly, like that's one of the best. That's probably the top thing that I've done to motivate, to start my motivation, is just relieving the stress of starting it, of being, of doing it. Think back to the times where you succeeded in something and use that to propel your motivation to start something new. Like, well, you feel me? I did this not too long ago. Instead of thinking about what you failed in, think about what you succeeded in. Well, I did this not too long ago, and it really did work. It worked for me. I did it. I accomplished it. I feel good about it. So use that. Use that success to start your motivation, to propel you to what you want to do, what else you want to do. Write down. You get your journal, get your phone, whatever you do. Write down a few successes or a few things that you did that you succeeded in, and use that. Look back on it. Look back on it, and just use that to say. Use that for strength. Use that for courage. Use that for confidence to motivate you on the next thing that you did. Even if it's graduating. Even if it's you did something in football, even if it's you did something you did something with your grandma, whatever it might be, anything, any little success will benefit you in the long run, will strengthen you for the journey ahead.